So types of agency is over. The next topic is creation of agency. So as of now, we have seen what is called agent, who is called as an agent, who is called as a principal, what is called agency, and what are the types of agency. Now we are going to see creation of agency, how the agency will be created. Let's see one by one. By express agreement, agency by implied agreement, agency by estoppel, agency by holding out, agency by necessity, husband-wife relation, agency by operation of law, and then agency by ratification. Agency by express agreement. So what is called agency by express agreement? Already we have seen in the Indian Contract Act 1872, there are two types of contracts. There are two types of agreement, express agreement and implied agreement. So what is called express? If the two parties entering the contract, either oral or in written basis, that is called express agreement. So here, when the principal is appointing one person as an agent, he will be declaring everyone that the so-and-so person is going to act as an agent for me for a particular period. That declaration either will be in the word of mouth or in a written format. That is called as a agency by express agreement. For example, A entered into an agreement with B authorizing him to sell his house for a particular amount. This is an express agency as B is appointed between A and B. Actually, whenever one person is appointing another person as an agent, if they have created any kind of agreement or document for the purpose, that document is called as a power of attorney. Okay, so as I told you that whenever two person entering in a contract of agency, they may enter either oral or written or implied. It's according to the nature of the business. Okay, so if they enter in a contract and if they have properly entered with help of some agreement, that particular agreement or document, written document, is called as a power of attorney. Agency by implied agreement. So what is called agency by implied agreement? An implied agreement is one which arises from the contract or situation or relationship of the parties. Whenever one understood or represent act for him, he become an implied agent. For example, A and B were brothers. A lives in Delhi and B is in Chennai. B had a flat in Delhi. A wished B's knowledge let out his flat. A used to realize that the monthly rent and remit amount to B, who was accepting the same. In this case, he is the agent of a B through which is appointed. For example, I am having some apartment. I'm having some, I'm having some plot in Delhi. Okay, so my brother also staying in the same apartment. With his knowledge only, I have left my home for rental purpose. Even the particular resident also know very well that he's my brother. Okay, I already have given an instruction that please hand over your rent. In case if you have any queries, you can ask my brother. Like that, I have appointed my brother as one of the agents. Do you understand? So here there is no kind of any kind of some written document or something, but due to the relationship, one person might be acting as an agent for another person. It is called as an implied agreement. An agency by implied agreement includes the following. First one, agency by estoppel. So what do you mean by estoppel? Estoppel means some condition. Whenever one person acting as an agent for another person, he should follow the instruction given by the principal. We know already. But sometimes the principal particularly will be giving some condition or instruction to the agent to follow. In such case, the agent must follow that. In case, if he is not going to follow that, then he is liable for that. For example, I'm a principal. I'm handing the goods to one of my agent. I have given clear instruction that please don't sell these goods less than the 50,000. I have given a clear instruction. But the agent, what he does after certain period, he sold the goods for 40,000. So in this case, what happened? So the loss occurred to the principal. Why? Because the principal has given clear instruction to the agent that you should not sell these goods less than the 50,000. But by ignoring this, the agent sold the goods for 40,000, automatically it creates loss to the principal. So this is called agency by estoppel. Estoppel means condition. Whenever the principal is specifying any kind of a instruction or condition to the agent, based on that, if the agency is created, that is called agency by estoppel. Agency by holding out. So what do you mean by holding out? Holding out. So what do you mean by agency by holding out? Whenever one person is acting as an agent for a particular period, after some period, if any kind of a misunderstanding occurred between the agent and principal, because of that, if their relationship comes to end, automatically the agency also will comes to end, right? So in such situation, it is the duties of the principal to communicate to everybody who is related to the business that there is no relationship between myself and my agent. Why? Due to some miscommunication or misunderstanding, we have comes to the end of our relationship. No way he is going to act as an agent for me. Like that, he has to communicate to the particular person who is related to the business. Why? Because the person who is related to the business, they know very well that so-and-so person is an agent for this principal. So by believing that agreement and by believing that, words only, people will be involving in lot of transaction by giving a money or giving a product or whatever it is. In case if the principal is not communicated to the person that no more there is a relation between myself and the principal agent in the sense, automatically there are a lot of chance for misleading. That means the agent can continue the principal's business without the knowledge of the principal, and he can gain us some secret profit. Okay, here I have given some example. A appointed B as his agent to purchase the goods from C on credit. After some time, A terminated the service of B. Subsequently, B purchased some goods in A's name on a credit from C. In this case, A is liable to pay the price of the goods purchased by B, even after the termination of agency. Why? Because this is due to the reason that A did not inform C about the termination of B service. I hope so you could understand this example. A appointing B as agent for some particular business. B by A's name. B by mentioning the A's name, he is doing some transaction or whatever it is. Due to some misunderstanding, A terminated the relationship with the B. But B, by ignoring this, he has still continuing the relationship with the C. That means he is doing some transaction, he is getting some money, or he's transferring or whatever it is. So after some period only, the C, the particular third party, he comes to know that, oh, there is no relationship between A and B. Oh, without the, by ignorance of this information, I sold certain goods to him on credit. So in this situation, who is responsible? Obviously, the A is responsible. The principal is responsible. Why? Because as per the agency act, as I told you that whenever the agency comes to end, then it is the duty of the principal to communicate everyone that there is no relation between the particular agent and principal, because the agency is created based on some trust, right? So in case if it comes to end, the person who is related to the business, they have to communicate to everyone. Agency by necessity. So what do you mean by agency by necessity? An agency may also be created by the necessity of a particular case. Sometimes extraordinary circumstance may arise in which a person may be compelled to act as an agent of some person without requiring the consent authority of the same person. Such agency is called as an agency by necessity. So what do you mean by that? Due to some emergency purpose, due to some emergency situation, one person may act as an agent for another person without the consent of him. I can give you some real-time example. You are traveling somewhere. Suddenly you saw one accident. There is no any person's presence over there. You are the only person saw accident over there. There is no any persons over there. So you saw him. That particular person got too much injury. The blood is keep on, so what you want to save his life. So what will you do? You will take the particular person in your vehicle. You will admit him in a hospital. You know very well that whenever one person wants to do any, if the doctor he wants to do any kind of surgery, in the sense he needs a signature, right? So that time you couldn't able to find any kind of identical proof of the particular person who got injured. So in such situation, what will you do? You will try to, you know, you to save his life. You will you will represent yourself as one of the agent. That means you might be saying that I am a brother of this person, I am a sister of the person. Please carry on your operation, like that. So due to the emergency purpose, one person may act as an agent for another person without the consent of him. That is called as a agency by necessity. So here some example have given here. A stored some furniture in the B's house free of charge. Thereafter, they lost their contact with each other. After 3 years, B needed the space occupied by the furniture. He obtained A's address from his bank and wrote 2 letters to him, but he received no reply. B then sold the furniture. Subsequently, A turned out and claimed the furniture from B. It was held that this was no agency by necessity, as there was nothing in nature of an emergency compelling B to sell the furniture. Husband and wife relationship. So the wife has authority to pledge her husband's credit for necessary, because there is a risk relationship of the principal and agent between the spouse. So no longer they are living together. So husband and wife also, husband and wife relationship also is one of the example for the agent and principal relationship. Agency by operation of law. Sometimes one person may act as an agent for another person due to the operation of law. So what do you mean by this? An agency may also come into the existence by operation of law. The law treat one person act as an act of as an agent of another person. For example, partnership act. So what is called partnership? When two or more persons joining together to start up any kind of a business or for some common purpose. For that purpose, these people will be sharing their investment or any kind of asset, whatever it is. So in this case, if you take a partnership, if the particular partnership is created with help of 3 persons, for example, ABC, the 3 members are acting as an agent for their company. For example, ABC starting on company, partnership business company. That business name is, for example, what to say? For example, XYZ Company Limited. Okay. So this ABC, these 3 members acting as an agent for XYZ Company Limited. So whatever action is done by one person, automatically it will affect the other persons too. Then the particular person, the partners in the company, they might be, they make sure that the activities, whatever is doing, they have to communicate to other partners. Why? Because he should not escape. He should not, he should not get any kind of a personal credit on his company name. So that is called as an agency by operation of law. Even though the agency is created based on some partnership, okay, so each and every person is responsible for that. Agency by ratification. Sometimes a person does some act on behalf of another person without his knowledge or authority. Such case is called as an agency by ratification. So this ratification may be defined as the confirmation of an act already done. For example, see, I'm appointing one person as an agent for my business. I'm having a warehouse. I'm appointing one person to safeguard my goods, but I didn't give any communication to him to ensure my goods. Suddenly, he comes to know I went to out of station. My agent, he comes to know, he forecasts the thing that maybe within 2 to 3 months, some flood may comes due to the heavy rain. So he was trying to contact me, but I was not reachable at that moment. So what he does, he insured the goods without the knowledge of mine. Okay. So after some period, after I returned back to my particular business area, my agent, he explained me the situation. Even though as per the Agency Act, we have seen that the agent, he should not carry out any kind of activity without the knowledge of the principal. But in this case, to safeguard the property of the principal, for the welfare of the principal, the agent, he has issued the goods of the principal. That is called agency by ratification. What do you mean by ratification? If any kind of activity is done without the knowledge of the principal, the purpose is, the purpose of the act is to safeguard the interest of the principal. In the sense, the principal can accept it, the principal can confirm it. That is called agency by ratification.